Round up homies. What's going down? What's the deal? What's the deal, shawty? How you guys doing tonight? I miss you. Thank you. First of all, thank you. You know your boy's been going through it. I had a friend of mine. I'll let you guys come in. I had just some terrible personal issues going on for the last week, and I want to say thank you for all the emails. Thank you. All of the comments on the videos. You won't be able to tell during all the videos, but I'm going to do a video telling you about how my friend committed suicide. I'm not going to tell you about how, but just the experiences of going through a personal friend taking their life. And I want to thank you for all you guys that are over here are reaching out to me with positive words, reaching out to me with some inspiration, motivation. I cannot say thank you enough. Going through something like this is challenging, but I think the main problem that I go through is the question marks. The question marks. What the hell? Well, and I'll tell you the story. I haven't done the video yet, but I'm going to get into the video about how my thanking you guys, all of you that have sent me emails about my friend committing suicide. I'm thankful for you. Thank you, Roundup. I love you for that. Thank you. All the comments, all the emails that have been pouring in. Just a great motivational word emails, the different stories. I had no idea suicide was such a big topic. I didn't know people took their lives. I didn't even know, right? But you have opened up my eyes to this. And now I think I'm going to be an advocate for suicide. I didn't know people took that. I'm just like, who take their own life? That's tough. That's only in the movies, right? And I went to my man's funeral the other day. I'm like, okay, this is real. This stuff is real. I'm trying to get over it. And it take time. You know, I'm moving a little slower this past week. And I'm trying not to feel guilty for not grinding from 5 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. I got to take some time to mourn. Man was just sleeping on my couch. You know, he's been calling me. I'm going to get into the whole story. I'm going to do a video for y'all just so you can understand. So many question marks. So tonight, Roundup, thank you for coming out with me. I have to do this. Honestly, I mean, I don't even need to do these trainings. I do them to stay busy, to keep my mind off of things. I got baby running around because of COVID, 2 kids, wife, we're all here. I am Chris Haskins. I am your pilot for tonight. No co-pilot tonight. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing, entrepreneurship. And during that, I want to share with you how to keep properties out of your name. So I learned this back in 2007. Took me 3 years to implement it. Took me quite a while, right? I was like, man, I ain't doing that. I ain't going to do that. I need to just buy these houses in my name. Bad move. So I want to teach you, Roundup, stop buying houses in your name. So what I want you to know tonight, we're going to cover, first of all, I'm opening up, you know, I do these from time to time. I'm going to give you a discount. So since you're hanging out with me tonight, I'm going to give you the discount, right? So the training is free. I'm going to show you how to stop buying houses in your name and in your LLC names. LLC's name. One of my mentors, Scott Jelinek, said, Chris, he's been buying houses in his LLC forever, right? The other day he calls me, he goes, Chris, I'm done. I'm using land trust from now on. So what happens is anytime somebody searches public record, right? For my homies out there from the hood, public record. Anytime they search public record, they're going to see who's on title, right? So if you're on title, what happens in Newport News, they do these sweeps of people that own rental property in certain areas. They do these inspections. And my boy Scott did land contracts or at least options with people, and he turned those in, and he found out that the city wasn't trying to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. Just because you sold it on a land contract, your LLC is still on title. So even my boy Scott, if you're watching, shout out to Scott Jelinek, man, he's got over 100 houses. So I'm like, if he's doing it, why not? If we've been doing this, like I own the house where I live. Look at this. I'm going to show you this document tomorrow. I am the trustee for people. So people hire me. I'm going to show you how it's titled. If you can see that. Chris Haskins is the trustee. I got the paperwork right there. So I'm the trustee for other people around the country. They hire me to be their trustees. No, I'm not advertising it, but this is what we do. I like it when you don't have to sell. I'm not trying to sell services. I'm not selling you anything. I'm going to show you what we do. If you're interested, invest in it. So on the link in the video description below, I'm going to give you 25% off for one day because I love you. And I'm going to show you my appreciation for supporting my channel. If you want to get my land trust document packet, the link is in the video description. 25% off. It will be for one day. And so tomorrow, 4 o'clock? Tomorrow, 4, I'm going to go over the full land trust workshop. Okay. Full land trust workshop. And oh man, what's up? I didn't even see that. We got some members here. Roundup. I'm going to answer all members' questions first. My boy Mark, what up? Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So members' questions will get answered first. If you want to become a member, there's a button right there just to join. It will give you the option to get your questions answered first during the training at 4 o'clock tomorrow. It will also give you the ability to get them answered quickly so you can move on with your life. This is something, the channel membership, where that join button there is for busy professionals and entrepreneurs that just want something a little extra. Just want something extra where you can get your questions answered and move on. Go close the deal, right? It's going to cost you nothing but a large Starbucks coffee a month, and it helps me to continue to produce content, right? Mark, what up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Thank you. Patricia, thank you so much. LA, what up? LA in the building. So the roundup, the land trust. Land trust owns the property. You own the land trust. Let me repeat that. Land trust owns the property. You own the trust. Now, don't get this all confused in your mind like it's some big, intricate thing where you got to hire an attorney and do all this stuff, because it's not. That's why it took me 3 years to implement them in my business. I learned about them in 2007. It took me 3 years. It wasn't until 2010 that I implemented them to get into my business, right? I never forget. I had so much resistance. So what I don't want to happen to you is you buy a house in your name or in your LLC's name, or even if you are a wholesaler and you get a house under contract and you're the buyer on the contract and your LLC is the buyer, somebody wants to sue you. I'm telling you, I got clients, coaching clients, Chris, sellers coming after me for not buying their house. Sometimes you might have back taxes on a real estate tax, and they want to come after you after you bought it. They're not your taxes, but hey, you're the easiest one to get to, right? If they want to come after you with a land trust, bring it on. I have sold houses, y'all. I've sold houses, my real estate roundup homies, where the city didn't collect taxes or they had a mistake with taxes, and then they try to come after the previous owner. If you're a real estate investor, you know what I'm talking about. If they come out, they used to come after me and my company or my name. Had to pay it. They got my name, right? But when you start owning them in a trust, after you sell the trust, the land trust is dead. And I don't want you to think that you have to go out there and get a tax ID for this, because you don't. It's a pass-through entity. Don't worry about that stuff. Simple, clean, to the point. Owning real estate and trusts, I mean, it's the only way to go. The only way to go. Keep your name. If you got a creditor or some predator, had a friend, got a judgment come down the pipe. Once the judgment comes down, see, let me tell you how this works. If you own any real estate in your name or in your LLC, when that judgment comes down, it automatically attaches to that property because it's titled in your name. Okay? So if the trust owns the property and Chris Haskins gets a judgment, nobody knows that 123 Trust owns that property. Hence, can't be attached to the property. Okay, so tomorrow, it's going to be Thursday. I didn't put the time in there. Sorry about that. Thursday. Let me do this workshop. 8, 12, 1, 4 p.m. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So the land trust workshop is going to be tomorrow, 8, 12, 21, 4 p.m. If you want to get notified, there's a link in the video description where you can join our email list. I will send you an email. Also, if you want to get the doc packet so you can follow along, or if you just needed to close a deal, That link is in the video description. Use coupon code 25 off. Why? Because I love you and I want to thank you for supporting my channel. I want to thank y'all. I don't know. I'm just like, what would I do without my roundup homies? It's crazy, man. Going through this craziness with my friend, man. I'm honored. I'm honored. Anybody got any questions? Gonna call you about some person. Troy got some person. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Give me a call. Y'all got my information. The land trust workshop tomorrow is absolutely free. You don't have to invest anything. It's free. Just come out, hang out with me. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow at 4:00. You don't have to spend a penny. Nothing. Just come on out and because I want you to learn this stuff. I'm sick of people owning properties in their name and then they call me, "Oh, Chris, I got a judgment. Can you help me? Somebody's coming after me for some credit card that's not even in my name or for a loan that I co-signed for or for some lease that I was a co-tenant with and I co-signed for it and it wasn't up to me to pay the bill. The person that I did it for didn't pay it. Now they got a judgment. It's going to attach to your property. Sick of hearing those stories. So after tomorrow, you have no excuse to have to worry about a judgment or some creditor or predator attaching a judgment or lien to your property. Now, I'm taking time out of my day to do this because I want to educate you with the small amount of time left that I have on planet Earth. Seeing my friend do that, I'm noticing how mortal I am, and any little bit of disease, sickness can really take me out. So we're all mortal, so I have to fulfill my purpose while I am here. Do it now, right now. So here's the thing, man. It's up to us to take the futures in our own hands. Okay, so roundup. I want you to know tomorrow, 4:00, August 12th. 4 p.m. is when we will do this class. So make sure you register. I mean, you don't have to register. Just you can join our email list in the video description. So you will get an email with the link. It's absolutely free, as well as my land trust document packet. What's in the document packet? Thank you for asking, man. I'm all bouncing around. Okay, so when you click on that link, you'll see. I'll explain it all. But you're going to get my land trust agreements. So what happened? Let me tell you what usually happens for the normal investor, right? They hire the attorney. They're going to be charged $1,000 for the attorney to set up the trust. I'm going to give you my trust, right? So you can just show up with the attorney with that. I'm going to also give you a sample copy of my deed, so you see what the deed looks like, what it's supposed to look like. What does this stuff look like, right? Because even when I was setting it up the first time, I'm like, I don't know, how do I title this? What is the name of the trust? Who's the trustee? You're going to get my assignment of beneficial interest. That's where if you need to sell one of your trusts to somebody else to prevent all that closing costs and all that mess. And I'm going to give you the warranty deed to trustee. That's the deed that you can use if you already own the property. So you're going to get all that. And if that link in the video description where you use the code 25 off, it explains everything that is included in the doc packet. Kim can't make it tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow. You won't. Yeah, the video will stay up for a while. I'll leave it up. I'll leave the video up. You can come back to it. But the discount will only be for one day. Un dia. Talk about being a savvy investor, right? Why would you want to buy a property, 6 or 7 figure asset in your name? Why would you want to do that? Right? Ronald Grant told me, I'm quoting him, only an idiot will buy a 6 or 7 figure asset in their name and even in their company name. Why? Because you can find out who owns it. Second reason, everybody says, well, my LLC, asset protection. Your LLC can still be the owner of the trust. It can still own the trust, right? Be the beneficiary. So I'm going to show you how we set it all up. Get the trustee who signs all the documents. You're the beneficiary. I'm going to show you all the moving parts, all the swinging stuff. So there will be no questions. After this workshop, after the land trust workshop, you will understand how to implement and deploy land trusts in your business. I don't want any more questions. No more. You're still going to ask a bunch of questions. I know. I was there. 3 years it took me. 3 years, right? So you're getting from me since 2010 deploying these, but since 2007 studying these. How many attorneys have I hired? Paralegals. I remember hiring this one lady because I was trying to wrap my mind around land trusts. I hired this attorney. I took her to lunch. She's like, yeah, well, my dad was one of the people that kind of helped do this, set up this statute for land trust. Like, man, that is so cool. I can't remember her name. Sweet lady. But I have hired attorneys high and low to help me understand, and including with other real estate entrepreneurs around the country, how does this stuff work? Who is this? Stanley. How much does it cost to set up your land trust? Well, all depends. If you hire an attorney, it's probably going to cost you about $1,000. If you get our docs, once you get them, that's why I'm doing this. You can Stanley. The purpose of this workshop is to show you how to go out and do it yourself, so you don't have to call an attorney or me to set it up. All you got to do is fill it out. Now, if you want me to be your trustee, because you will need a trustee that you trust. You will need a trustee that you trust, right? I can't help you right there if you don't have somebody to trust. Can't help you with that. However, depends. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything if you set it up on your own. So round up tomorrow, 4 p.m. I'm going to give you about an hour of my time. Well, might take us about an hour and a half. The link is in the video description for you too. Get my land trust document packet, 25% off. That sale will last for 1 day. Right, 1 day. And just if you're subscribed to the channel, then you'll see when we'll go live at 4 o'clock. Also, if you want to join our email list, that's in the video description. So I'll send you an email when we get started. All right. You only trust God. Let's talk about that, Stanley. You only trust God. First of all, I love you. I'm coming from a place of love. That's a problem. That's a problem. I remember when I used to think that I don't trust nobody. Let me tell you how your boy blew up when I started trusting people with other responsibilities. Now I can give a man a check for 20, 30, 40. Matter of fact, I gave a man a check the other day for $36,000. I had to trust him. So I think, Stanley, that's something you got to work on, my friend. Phil Banks, if the LLC owns the trust, can someone sue the LLC and get access to all of the trust assets? Yeah, all depends on how that's set up. I'm not an attorney, right? But let me tell you, land trust is not to asset protection. It is for anonymity. See, the main reason we set up a land trust is so that people don't know we own anything, right? So when they do a search, they say, damn, Chris Haskins, he don't own nothing. We ain't going after him, right? But when they do a search on some people, they can see, I know, it's one guy in my town, he does 100 houses a year. I can go down there, search his name up right there in the courthouse. I'm like, what is this dude doing? What are they doing? So not that they can't get to you. We want them to have to have a conversation with their pocketbook in order for them to get to you, right? And how many times are people going to spend money to come after you, right? Very rarely. But if they want you, they're going to get you. So, yeah, Stanley, if you only trust God, I'm going to pray for you, brother. I promise you, dude. I don't know where you are financially. I don't know how you're going to make $1 million without trusting people. I'm like, look, I'm in a position in my life where I'm trying to give away responsibility. I got enough of it. I don't need it anymore. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars to, how can we say? I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars that I have to put out in deals. I have to make sure this deal right now, I got 300 I have to put somewhere, right? 300 that's going to go into a new deal. After that, I got another 150 I have to place in the house. We have to be accountable for that money, right? But it's not me. I can't do it all. Who said that? Stanley? Stanley, if you only trust God, I open your eyes. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad, brother. And I'm not trying to preach, man. I don't want to be the one to preach. But if you think you can't trust nobody, you might as well just go get a job, stay an employee for the rest of your life, And I'm not saying that having a job is not bad, but I learned that from Ron LeGrand. The less I do, the more I make. I have to trust people. I have trustees, like this documents here. I have trustees on my property. I trust them 100%. 100%. I know that they're going to sign the docs. They're going to do what I ask them to do. But we have some safe marks that will prevent trustees from dealing with that stuff too. So from trustees from harming us, we got ways to do that too. So what up, Mo? Good to see you. I see you in a few weeks, my friend. Oh, well, here's one of our members. Retha, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm here to tell you, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you, Rita. I need a private conversation about some property I have with others. I have a private. If you need a consult, you have to rehab with others. Okay. Well, if you remember, just send me an email. We'll get you the link for the consultation. I'll get you straight on that. If you got to rehab something, there you go. See, here's the thing. I learned if I didn't trust the contractor, I learned if I didn't trust my lenders to show up with the money, I learned if I didn't trust my broker to put the offer in the right way, I learned if I didn't trust my wife. There's only so much I'm going to get out of life. So, Stanley, we're going to pray for you and we're going to work with you, brother. We're going to work with you. Thank you, Mustafa. So me and Moo going down to, what is it, Moo and I? Me and Moo. We're going down to the Valuetainment Conference. Good to see you. We're going to be seeing you down there. Yep, we're going to be seeing you down there. Valuetainment Conference, September 1st. Hopefully the coronavirus won't shut it down. So tomorrow, Real Estate Roundup, homies, the Land Trust Workshop is going to be tomorrow, 4 p.m. You will get, if you want to use my coupon code, is in the video description below. You will get 25% off to follow along, so you know what the heck you're doing when you meet with your title company or attorney to fill it out. So how it works is every house we buy, we put it in a land trust. Every house we buy, without exception. Every house. Why? Because I don't want nobody to come in after me for owning large assets. Right now, obviously, if they want to find me, they can get me. But I want you to have to work to find your boy, right? Let's go to courts. Ron LeGrand told me, Chris, litigation is nothing but a tool, right? I'm in litigation right now. Right? I got a trust that's suing somebody to sell me their house. It's rough, man. It's rough. It's just rough being a businessman. It's rough being an entrepreneur, dad, father, husband, all that stuff. So men, we got it bad. We got it rough. I'm telling you, it ain't easy. Okay. So any more questions, I'll let you guys get out of here. Land Trust Workshop, Thursday, 4 p.m. I will come on right here tomorrow. And if you don't want to miss the trading, there's a link in the video description for you to join our email list. I'm going to show you how to buy houses or how to stop, because you probably have been buying them in your LLC's name, just like I did for the first 6 years I was doing real estate. The first 6 years while I was doing real estate, I bought houses in my name and in my company name. I want you to stop. I want you to stop. Stop that. I don't want people to see what you're doing. And then let me remind you, for the majority of states out there, if you buy the property in your LLC, all I have to do is go to the State Corporation Commission website, and I can see who your registered agent is, and then I can send them a letter subpoenaing them, right? So real easy for me to get to you. Stanley, thank you, brother. Chris, would you still be able to put the house under your name and your trust if you're taking a loan? Oh, yeah, we're going to be covering that tomorrow. So even if you do get a loan, right? Depends on what the loan, because we buy houses using private lenders and with a local bank. So the local bank that I have used in the past allows me to take title with a trust as long as I am personally guaranteeing the debt. Let me repeat that. So you buy the property in a trust, land trust, but you still have to sign personally for the debt. So this bank lets me do that. Not all banks will let you do that. All right. Second thing is, even if you do have to buy it in your personal name, you can always change it to your trust. You can always deed it out of your trust the next day. Right. So, and I'm not advising you to do that. I'm just saying you can do that. You can. Stanley, how many times can you use the land trust on a house? You just need one. You just need one, my friend. You got one trust, goes with one house. One trust, one house. Tori, I know you good. I know you for a good while. I said, thank you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Deflash, Wyoming. There you go. Yeah. LLC is anonymous. That is true. Now, I'm not an attorney, but still, why even? I got people that are living in different states with an LLC in Wyoming, paying all this money to have this stuff set up. And don't forget, if you have an LLC, you have to pay yearly fees. That's every year you got to pay, year after year after year. How many LLCs? I got one of my friends had all these LLCs, and then you got yearly dues, you got operating agreements, all this stuff going out every year, and then it's like, geez, what am I doing? With a land trust, you set it up, you put it in the file cabinet, it's over. When you sell the property, it all flows through to the beneficiary, whether that's your LLC or your your tax ID or your social, and it's over. It's over. Simple. That's why I'm such an advocate for using trust, y'all. April, can you have multiple homes in one trust? I would say you could. However, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. April, we got one trust agreement, one house, one trustee. Now, the beneficiary would be whoever you want. Just do one. One. Now, I know Ron LeGrand always preaches wherever you got one is bad, right? But just do one. You got one trust. That way, when you buy it, you sell the property, you sell it, trust is dead, you get your check. I can show you some checks. I just collected a check the other day. I don't know, $70,000 out of a property we sold. You get the check, the trust is dead. Nobody can come after you. Well, they can come after you, but after you sell it, it's over, right? So tomorrow, round up, homies. 4:00 tomorrow. Make sure you download your land trust documents in the video description. It's 25% off if you use the coupon code 25OFF to get 25% off for tomorrow only. Yeah, inspire me. Move. I've inspired you to do real estate and have done about 40 deals. Good Lord. Good for you, brother. Tab. Explain the plaques on the wall. Why do y'all take me back to the old? Sheesh, Louise. Y'all give me a hard time. So this is the old me, right? So I used to be a music producer. Oh, where is it? Shoot. That's the 7. Oh, no. That's the 8 Mile joint right there. You see 8 Mile. Can I bring it over here? Can we bring it out of here? Oh, there you go. So this 8 Mile there. Back in the day, I used to be drinking, drugging, and sexing. What is this? Chris Haskins. This is for 4 million records sold. Interscope. I'm so embarrassed about this craziness. This is back when I used to be in the business. And then I got the 702 joint. That's 1 million. So I got my Dave Hollister joint. My Dave Hollister plaque is in my shed. I haven't even taken it out of the damn plaque is just in the shed. So Tab, I used to be in the music business, dog. Julie, Tab, don't tell nobody though. I'm not proud of that lifestyle. I hope this makes sense. If I put my friend who is married as a trustee, will her husband own it as well? No. I like that though. I like friend because they have a different last name as you, right? I like friend. That's how I use people that have different last names as me. So what happens is when they do a search and they find Chris Haskins on the trustee for the trust, and I own the property for this guy here. I'm gonna show you this thing when we close. Somebody hired us to do it. I'm just a trustee. What do you want me to do? I don't own that house. So your friend doesn't own it. They are an employee of the trust. Okay, so you got to know this stuff. That's what we're going to be covering tomorrow. What are the obligations of the trustee? What is the liability? Right? They go out there and get $1 million. Chera, hey, yeah, you should be using this one for that one you got in Lynchburg. Let me take that back. You don't have to do anything. You make your own choices. And I don't want to say you should. You can do that. Duration. When do I do the land trust process? Is it after I finish paying off the buyer mortgage? No. So you do the process. Say you got a house under contract, and I know this may take some time to understand. We'll go over all that tomorrow. How about that? Since it's already 8:00, we'll go over how to set it all up, the process. When do you create the trust? How do you write it up for the purchase and sales agreement? How does the trustee name go on there? So we'll cover all that tomorrow, duration. Thank you. That's a good. Let me make a note of that. How to put it on the contract. That's something I need to put because you don't know how to write it up, right? Let me make a note of that. Duration. Thank you. How to write up the contract with land trust. Good idea. Excellent point. So a lot of people don't know how do you write it up? How do you write it up? Use that coupon code, y'all. It's going to be good. Just don't waste the time. Get it done now. It's only going to cost you a couple $100, a couple tanks of gas. My thing is, look, spend money on your education. The older I get, I'm noticing some things, y'all. It's crazy. Like I spend just thousands of dollars on education for not only for me, on my daughters, on my kids. I spend so much money on education, but I'm noticing that unsuccessful people don't necessarily go to training. And this is like a recurring thing. I'll meet somebody. I'm like, what courses you taking, man? What you reading? What books you doing? Tell me what conferences you're going to? What training are you taking? They're like looking at me like, what are you talking about, man? I'm like, what? You're not taking any training, reading any books? So successful people invest in themselves. And I'm not going to beat you up. Stanley, what's in the subject to package? Oh, if you just go to my site, go to chrishaskins.com, you can see that. Subject to, you're going to learn how to, that's how you get the property and you take over the mortgage payments without having to go to the loan. Rabbit Run, I hit the blue, not sure if the payment was processed. I'm not sure either, my friend. Yeah, you have to hit it. If it didn't go through, you'll get an email and you'll get the link for you to download the document package. If it didn't come through, if you didn't get that link, then it didn't get processed, my friend. That discount will end Thursday night, okay? So if you want to get rocking and rolling with me, we're going to go over the whole trust agreement together, the deeds, the purchase and sale agreement, what it looks like. So you'll know after this, you know what it looks like. There'll be no excuses. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like me. You're going to watch the whole training and you're going to say, I don't know about that. I understand. That was me, right? So you will have an opportunity to rewatch it. Took me 7 times in 3 years to implement this stuff. So I won't be mad at you if you go out there and buy your next house in your LLC because you don't quite comprehend or understand. But I'm going to do my best to push you through because I'm like, every time I do one of these trainings, I am you. And I'm learning too. The most successful entrepreneurs, I was learning I didn't even know this, that Eli Whitney did not invent the cotton gin. Good God, did y'all know that? Slaves invented the cotton gin? My people, right? Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin. He didn't invent anything. Why? Because he was in the crib chilling, drinking lemonade when they were out there working. Now, I'm saying that to say the best inventions, the best entrepreneurs get tired of something, including me. I got tired putting houses in my name. I got tired of seeing other people. I'm like, what are you doing? Putting a house in your name and in your company name. What are you doing? So I'm like, I feel like our mission gets fulfilled when we just get tired of something. I got tired of seeing my people putting houses. Why would you do that? When you know right there, somebody come right down and put a judgment against you and you're done. If you didn't get it, Rabbit Runner, then you have to just go back through it again. I don't know if it went through or not, my friend. 745. Round up. Use the coupon code 25 off to get 25% off of my land trust document packets. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, April. Do I charge to be a trustee for someone? Absolutely. I can't think of anyone to be a trustee. Now, first of all, I want to say, just like my man Stanley, that's a problem. You don't have people around you that you trust. I'm telling you, y'all, from personal experience, it's hard to really scale and get up there until you get people around you that are on the same level as you. Like, I know my trustees, I don't think about them. They call me up, Chris, we're going to the closing. You need anything? No, I'm good. They go to closing, they sign everything. I'm done. I've already looked over all the numbers. All they have to do is sign. So let's address the fact that you don't have anybody in your inner circle that you trust first. Then, yes, I can be your trustee. I mean, I charge $200. I mean, you could probably get it done cheaper, but I used to charge $100. I'm like, I'm just not. My wife's like, Chris, you don't charge. And I'm like, I just try to help. Lady E. Yeah, consultations, $200 if you go to email us at Chris. Email me at chris@chrishaskins.com. We will send you the link. Somebody will send you that link. Lady E, thank you. Matter of fact, I might be able to put it in here. You can get signed up. Here's a consult. Somebody might need a consultation. Let's see. I can get it for you. We do them all the time. So many of these things. Oh boy. Round up any more questions you got in here. Oh, here we go. Consultation. Consultation. There you go. Right in the chat there. Who was that? Lady E. Svanablock. A slave by the name of Barclay allegedly invented the cotton gin in my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. I'm embarrassed, but I want y'all to know that I'm transparent. I don't know everything. I just read it today. Jay Hill, do you suggest a trust for foreign property? I don't know anything about buying out of state. I don't know about that. Stanley, what made me starting to trust people? Well, let me tell you, Stanley, I've lost a lot of money trusting the wrong people, right? I've lost a lot of money trusting the wrong people, but reading books from Napoleon Hill, he wrote a letter to life. Like, life, you won't beat me. I've been screwed over by this person. This person stabbed me in the back. They lied to me. But I firmly believe, just like I treat people with the utmost respect. Once again, Stanley, I didn't blow up until I started treating people's money. I'm like, I told myself, Chris, if you ever get somebody that will invest with you, you're going to treat their money better than you treat your own money. You're going to make sure they get paid back on time. The interest is going to be completely transparent. You're going to make sure that they get everything that you promised them, right? So I knew that there had to be other people out there like me that want to treat others with the utmost integrity, right? I know they're out there. They just got to go through them. You're going to have to go through them, brother. So I never forget when I was trying to get into the car business, I kept going through car dealers, loaning them money to flip cars. First guy got me for $4,000. Next guy got me for $8,000. Then one guy came through with $3,000. So it was like I had to go through people. Got to go through them, my friend. Consultation, yes. Mass Serenity, it's an hour or however long you need. Really, we'll go over everything. I'm not here. I ain't gonna. You think I could? $200. That's just something to make. I charge because I need you to be serious, right? Steven, how much to be trained in the Airbnb setup and contracts and how to identify properties? Steven, yeah, man, you have to email me for that one, brother. I'll take some time on that. So round up, look, tomorrow, August 12th, I will see you 4 p.m. right here on my channel. If you haven't signed up for my channel or for our email subscription, there's a link in the video description where we will email you to let you know when we'll get started, as well as there's also the link for you to download your document packet so you can follow along to get your own land trust set up. Stop buying houses in your name or in your LLC's name, okay? Thank you, all of you that have emailed me and given me some encouraging words for my friend that committed suicide. It has been challenging for me. I'm doing more videos now. You just notice I haven't really been live. Been kind of trying to get over that. Thank you. Roundup. Thank you. Who we got here? Can't do land trust in Arizona as a disclosure, and you have to disclose all beneficiaries. Therefore, I put each property into its own LLC under my primary area. Okay, so you have a, what do you call that? Series LLC. You can do that. And once again, I'm not an attorney. So if you put the beneficiaries, I don't want to say you can't do it, Mark. I don't think it would really be beneficial because if you have to put the beneficiaries on the deed, that's not gangster, right? So that could be an issue. That could be an issue in Arizona, my friend. But I'm glad you know that. That's good to know that. All right, Roundup. Thank you for joining me. What else we got? Get signed up. Get your land trust in the video description, and I will see you tomorrow at 4. We're going to go over all the moving parts, the beneficiary, the trustee, the trust agreement, all that. assignment of beneficial interest, warranty deed, everything. All right. Okay, and I would like to know too. Do you want me to do a YouTube and internet marketing workshop? I mean, the internet marketing is something that I believe that you should know. Being that I don't know when we'll be getting out of this coronavirus thing, right? You're gonna have to learn how to make money on the internet, right? If you want that, please let me know in the comments. I like to know if you want me to do another one of those workshops. Really does help. Really does help. Monique, who is it? Monique Starbuck. You can't do a land trust if the property has a mortgage? That is not true. That is not true. You can. We'll talk about we'll talk about that tomorrow. You can do a land trust if you have a mortgage. You absolutely can. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Dana, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your condolences. All right, round up. Let me get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow at 4:00. I love you. Get signed up. Get your doc so you can go over it. And don't wait. Don't wait. Oh man, get your T-shirt. Thank you. Oh, well, cool. Yeah, man. Send us a picture, brother, so we can honor you, man. Thank you so much, Mark. You're too much, brother. One of our members. Thank you, Mark. You're a man. Stephen, the email is chris@chrishaskins.com. Chris@chrishaskins.com. Round up. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Peace. Get your docs in the video description below. Okay.